Now we'd like to bring up Mr. Fred Heitman to introduce. Fred, how about a little hand for Fred?
Thank you, David. It's good to be back here. Good to see my friends. Always love to come down and see Miss Janie, one of my dear, dear Rotary friends. Today, Ray is going to join a distinguished line of district governors from the Rotary Club of Tullahoma. Back in 1951-52, William Sanders Jr. was your first district governor. And W.H. Hackerman was district governor in 63-64. And he holds a special place in our district history. He was the last governor elected by popular vote at the district conference. A story that Bill Sargent relayed to me said the year that Mr. Hackensmith was elected, the Tullahoma Club came to the Rotary Club of Oak Ridge and said, "We'd like your support." And my club, the Rotary Club of Oak Ridge, said, "You've got it." And that helped your guy win the election, which was a good thing. The next year, they changed the rules and they went to the nomination procedure that they have now. And the Tullahoma Club was upset that they couldn't return the favor when Bill Sargent was elected as the district governor. So there was a special connection between your club and mine, and special place in history for your second governor. Back in 2002, 2003, of course, Robin Hines was district governor, and most recently, Jim Devlin was in 06 and 07. Ray will be next in line of your district governors. Of this, you should rightfully be very proud. There are many clubs in the district who've never had even one district governor. You've had 5 now. That's a tremendous accomplishment. Yeah, give yourself a hand. We have some folks that want to come up and say some things, but first I'd like to ask Jim Mitchell to come up and actually introduce Ray.
Ray gave me a call this past week and asked me to do this job, and I'm glad to accept. He said, "You probably know me about as well as anybody else in the club." I interpreted that to mean that you're less likely to say something I don't want you to say than anybody else in the club. I jotted down a few things to protect against getting up here and having senior brain freeze, because it does happen nowadays. Introducing Ray should be easy. Is anybody in here that doesn't know who Ray Knowis is? He's a longtime member of our club. He's been our president, been very active. We've supported him as he's sought and achieved the role of district governor, both individually and as a club. And we're proud he's joining this long line of district governors from our club. Ray's Rotary activities are pretty well known. Turn over your program, they're on the back. Ray has jumped through all the hoops at least once that qualify him for this job. So I'm not going to bore you by telling you all the great things he's done to support Rotary. However, the selection committee knows this, and they made a wise choice when they got him. I really want to tell you something about the Ray Knowis that I know outside the club. About 25 years ago, as a second career for me, I joined to work with Microcraft for 10 years here in town. Ray was a member, Carl was a member, Fran Markham, Microcraft. Got to work very closely with Ray for a long time. One thing I noted about Ray was that he was a terribly hard worker, well focused on the job he was doing, and strove for success. The other thing I noticed was that Ray continually tried to improve himself so that he not only did his job better, but was a better person. When we had a tough job down at Microcraft that required somebody to deal with a customer, which required the individual to have technical competence and to deal with a customer who was unhappy with us, we sent Ray. Sometimes this meant changing locations for a period of time, moving somewhere else. He and Ann did this. Never saw Ray refuse a job. It was tough on the family, I'm sure, but he was loyal to the job. I guess it was about 50 plus years ago that a little country boy from farming community west of here met a pretty little country girl named Ann, and they married. Like many of us back during those times in our lives, they lived from paycheck to paycheck. Ray always had a job. Certainly wasn't the kind of job he would love to have had, but he brought home the check to pay the bills. When he joined Microcraft, he worked an opportunity to go to college and get an engineering degree. So while still working, he went back and forth to Vanderbilt for many years, ended up with an engineering degree, cum laude from Vanderbilt. Then while I was with him at Microcraft, he went out to UTSI in the evening here, got a master's degree in engineering management. Now, I like to think I helped influence him to do this, but don't know where I did or not. But he's always worked hard and gotten the job done. Ray and I both sang bass together up at First United Methodist Church here in town. We have played golf together a lot. We've been off on family golf vacations together. So you get to know a person pretty good when you deal with them like this. And I think I know this guy pretty good. He's not afraid of hard work. He's a dedicated team player and focuses on the job. He's honest and truthful in both his business and personal life. He lives by this four-way test over here. Now, when I wrote those words down, I realized I'm supposed to also abide by the four-way test. So I've got to qualify one of my statements a little bit. I have on occasion, playing golf with Ray and Ann, noted that Ann sometimes has to help him keep count of how many strokes he's taking. Well, Ray, they picked the right person for the job. We're proud of you, and we wish you great success and we give you our support.
Now I'd like to ask past district governor, don't you like that title, Jack? Past district governor Jack Bailey, the Rotary Club of Oak Ridge, to come up for Ray's installation.
Thank you, Fred. Dave, this is what, your first or second meeting as club president? Good. A lot of pressure. You're off to a great start, though. So congratulations on getting things off to a good start. I'd like to brag on Fred just a little bit before we move into the installation process. Fred and I are members of the same club, Rotary Club of Oak Ridge, and yesterday Fred was recognized as our Rotarian of the Year in our club. So, as many of you know, he led the District Peace Forum that was held in Oak Ridge, did a great job of leading that committee. Today is another good example of how he puts service above self by coming over here to kind of moderate our procedures today. So Fred, again, congratulations. You know, Ray asked me to come and do the installation, and it's my pleasure to do that today. Well, it's kind of neat to see all these past district governors here and the district governor-elect and nominee. I think it exemplifies the teamwork that we have going on in the district. Your club has a wonderful club. As you well know, Ray is the district governor of our district this year, and Ann is with him. But he needs the support of this club as well. It's really a team effort, and the fact that you've had 3 district governors in the last 11 years come out of this club is quite a testament to the strength of this club. So I applaud all of you, and I know Ray will appreciate your support as we go into this year. Ray, if you and Ann would come up at this time, please. I've had an opportunity to get to know Ray and Ann better the last couple of years. They've stayed in our home. We've played golf. I haven't caught him on the scorekeeping yet, but we're supposed to play this afternoon, so I'm going to keep an eye on him, see how he does. But you're familiar with Ray's life story and the things that he's accomplished throughout his career in the workforce as well as in Rotary. And I would say that I've enjoyed getting to know both of them much better the last couple of years. And over the past year in particular, I've tried to share a lot of thoughts with him. And he's been I would say, an avid student. As mentioned a while ago, he always wants to improve himself. And he's been very good this year, I think, about trying to pick up and learn all the nuances of the job. One of the things that I've shared with him that I hope you'll keep in mind this year is you have some real highlights during this year in front of you, but there'll be some challenges as well. But just remember, this too shall pass. So at this time, I'd like to administer the oath of office of District Governor to Ray and Ann, and then we've got a couple of things to present to him. So Ray, if you would repeat after me, please. I, Ray Knowis,
Ray Knowis,
do solemnly pledge
do solemnly pledge
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the office of District Governor
the office of District Governor
for Rotary District 6780,
for District 6780,
and that I will do, and that I will, to the best of my ability,
and I will, to the best of my ability,
support the clubs of this district.
support the clubs of this district.
I also pledge to support the rules of procedure of Rotary District 6780
Also pledge to support the rules and procedure of District 6780
and the bylaws and Constitution of Rotary International.
and the bylaws and Constitution of Rotary International.
Having been nominated by the Rotary Club of Tullahoma
Having been nominated by the Tullahoma Rotary Club
and duly elected at the District 6780 conference
and duly elected at the 6780 conference
and a Rotary International convention,
and at the Rotary International Convention,
and having taken your oath of office,
and having taken this oath of office,
I hereby declare you duly installed as our district governor for Rotary year 2013-14. Please rise. Get a picture?
And smile big, smile big, baby.
I don't know who has a bigger smile. It's my pleasure now to pass the pen. This pen has been worn by a number of folks in this room and for many years. I'm not sure how long this same pen has been passed along, but it's old, I'll guarantee you that. And we've got a couple other, you can go ahead and be seated. We have a couple of other things we want to pass along. Each year, the home club gets to display the banner of the home club of the district governor. So we will put that up at this time. And you're familiar with that since you've had it here 3 times in the last 11 years. My gift wrapping is a little suspect, but we've got a little something we want to present to you that I think you'll find very useful this coming year. So,
Thank you very, very much.
Golf, something. Just need to look at it now.
he can look at it now if he wants to.
Oh, yay.
Past District Governor Robin Texter gave me one of these last year, and it's a car coat hanger. He's going to be in and out of his car so much the next year that this will come in handy for him.
Ray, we have some folks that want to make some remarks. Garland, I'd like for you to come up and start us off, and then be followed by past District Governor Carol Foster. You guys can just come line up, and John Bailey, and Beth, Jerry, and Frank.
I'm the one that asked Ray to join Rotary, and for the life of me, I can't remember what we were thinking. But like Jim, I went back and found my notes the day he came in, and some things I said when I introduced Ray here to our Rotary Club in this room. And one of them I mentioned he was a captain of industry, and he was a man of steel, and then Fred, you like this one. We as a club, we were just so impressed with his big black mane of hair at the time. So, congratulations, Ray.
I first want to say thank you. I love coming to your club. Like Fred, we've got a mutual loving running buddy, Jamie, that we have a lot of fun with. And of course, I got to say hello to my lovely sweetheart, Max. Well, you know too. You are too. You know, I was just hoping. Max is my man. I've known Ray. I've worked with Ray in Rotary. Ray was my chairman of the golf tournament here when I was the district governor, and I saw Ray's organizational skill, his determination, and he was going to be sure it was done right and correct. So I knew from then on we wanted him as district governor, and he is a determined man, and we're going to have a wonderful year. Ray and Ann, congratulations.
You know, I've had the privilege to be on the nominating committee a couple of times. And what will happen to you on the nominating committee is we're fortunate in our district. We may have 5 or 6 or 8 nominees. Sometimes a very, very difficult choice to make. So we have to try to determine how that will all come out. And in the case of Ray, the first time he appeared before the nominating committee, we said, Ray, you got lots of qualities, but one thing you lack is district service at the district level. Would you be willing to go back and work on that, accept some district responsibility, and then we hope that your club will nominate you again and you'll come back? Ray did that, and you know what the rest of the story is. We selected him. The thing I love about Ray is that not only does a district governor need to be a leader, he needs to be a cheerleader. He's got that kind of personality. I know he'll do a good job for our district.
I first got to know Ray a little bit better earlier this year, but we had worked on some district things together just in a minor way. But earlier this year I had lunch with Ann and Ray and Jerry and Linda, and we were all at the hotel, I don't know if you remember, in Nashville. But Ray told this story about that he was on a trip, had kind of a heart event going on. I hope I'm not telling any big secret. And he said, I'm going to go home and see my doctor about this, and he wouldn't take the advice of the doctor on the ground. So, Ray, it's very important that you take good care of yourself this year so I don't have to step up a year early. So, will you take care of yourself? Promise. Will you take care of him, man? All right. I look forward to your year, and congratulations to you both. I know you're going to do a great job.
Well, I'd just like to say I sure do hope he does take good care of himself. I've seen Ray around the district, but I really didn't get to know him until about a year ago. And knowing him is knowing his commitment to Rotary. And I think that's a testament to this club. This club has produced some leaders in this district over many years. And it takes people like you to develop Rotarians that help serve your club and the district. And so you're to be commended. And I have one message, and it was given to me, and it made me feel a lot better when I was chosen. I was really shocked I got chosen. But I was told by a former district governor, don't worry, you'll do fine. And Rotary's a strong organization. And there's no way that one district governor can ruin it. So, Ray, I'm hoping that you keep the tradition going. Thank you very much.
David, this is pretty risky, inviting a bunch of past district governors to speak, because this could go on for a long time. I know you're anxious to get out. But I have a question for you. So the president last year was a real short guy? I mean, it's just, at any rate, I noticed.
It's our new system.
Okay. Anyway, I guess now's the time I should probably, haze you a little bit on your golf game and stuff like that. But I mean, this is really serious stuff. It really is. And a lot of times I think people forget the responsibility that the district governor has. And it's great that we're bringing in a new member today, because that's what it's all about. And that's what Ray's responsibility is. His responsibility is to make sure that every member is having a fulfilling, rewarding experience. So it's big shoulders to have this year. So I really appreciate you and Ann stepping up and doing it. And have a terrific year.
I don't know how often you read all of your bulletin. I noticed one of the quotes today. You must have picked this one out specifically for the club. It says, every right implies a responsibility, every opportunity an obligation, and every possession a duty. It's a huge honor to be selected as district governor. And congratulations, Ray. Likewise, it's a huge honor to be the home club of the district governor. And that's you for the next year, as you well know. Last year, when Jack got inducted as district governor, I realized that about half of our club was new to Rotary since we had a district governor. And I got to thinking, probably this club is in the same boat. And so you may not recall that there are some responsibilities for the home club of the governor. And while at the time it seemed like a pretty neat idea to have the governor in your home club, it really is neat. But with it, as your quote of the day goes, and Robin, you're sitting there, your club has a lot of responsibilities for you. Through the last year, our club tried to be very supportive of Jack and all that he was doing, and I urge you to do the same thing for Ray. Ray's going to be touring around the district. Every time he's introduced as district governor, they will also say, he's from the Rotary Club of Tullahoma. That brings a lot of honor and prestige to your club, and you need to give him a lot of support. You need to be proud that the Rotary Club of Tullahoma is again home of the district governor. Now then, as you notice a flyer on your table, there's a district conference coming up April 11th and 12th in Chattanooga next year. This club will be responsible for hosting that conference, and Ray may ask you to help. If he does, please say yes. because the reality is that you want to help Ray hold a great district conference, and that the success of the conference will be a reflection of this club. It's important that you all attend the district conference. You need a great showing to show your support for Ray. You have two great leaders in this club, in Robin and in Jim. All you have to do is ask him how you can support Ray. If you have any questions, I'm sure they'll give you some great advice, part of which will be get involved and help out. I've known Ray for several years, and he's a good man. And he'll be a fine and capable leader for our district. And you should be very proud that he's from your club. I look forward to working with him this year. Only one problem, or one thing, is he told me that today I'm not to follow the four-way test while I'm here. Recently, we were on the same team at the district golf tournament, and he said that I needed to lie about his level of play that day. It seems he was having a career day on the golf course. He said if I told the truth, that none of you would believe me and I'd ruin my credibility with this club forever. All I can say is, you were the biggest hack I've ever seen, and I look forward to working with you all this year.
Your governor. All right.
Thank you, thank you. The people that know me know that I'm usually pretty calm, pretty cool, don't get nervous, can handle most levels of stress. Today is the most nervous that I have ever been in my life. I think with the exception of my wedding day, perhaps this is, I'm more nervous. But I want to tell you how honored I am to be your district governor and to be from this club. I'm proud of Tullahoma Rotary Club. I want to pay honor to these past district governors that we have, one of whom at least is here today in the room. Jim Devlin sent his regrets. He's at a funeral in Indiana, could not be here. But another past district governor called to say he regretted not being here, Robin Texter, who sent his regards to the club. But let me give you just a minute or two to tell you that I've been working hard along with Ann, getting ready for being district governor. And it started in the International Assembly in San Diego. Then we had our pre-pets conference, our pre-president-elect's training seminar. We had to work to get that off. Then our Mid-South District Pets that was in Nashville. Then on to the district conference that we're planning already for with Maurice as the chair for that conference. And then the district assembly. And it's been a lot of work that's gone into getting to this point. But this point today is what I'm really looking forward to, and that's the opportunity to go to all the clubs in the district and learn about all the things that they're doing to promote the object of Rotary. So I'll be proud to represent this club on those visits. Thank you for showing your support to me to be your district governor. Thank you very much.